How you doing, folks? Today we're going to talk about frog fishing. When I frog fish, especially in Delaware, there's a lot of skunk. So what you want to be using is a heavy rod. This is the Capella's flipping rod. It's probably one of the heaviest ones besides the actual frog one. You can use lures on here up to 1.5 ounces. So this is definitely heavy enough to pull fish out of big heavy mats if they come up through the mats, and they will come up through the mats and eat the frog. Next, you want to be using 65-pound test braid, because once that fish gets that frog and he's in the mats, if you have something other than braid on, you're gonna lose that fish, because the stretch and the line get all caught up in the weeds and you cannot pull that fish out of there. So heavy rod, heavy line, and something with a high gear ratio. This gear ratio is a loose. It's like a 7 to 1 something. I can't remember quite what it was, but it's one of these turns. One turn of this means 7 turns of this. When you're fishing, you can just yank those fish right out the weeds and you won't have any problem. You want to get them up and over the weeds before they have time to dive down and get caught up in all of them, and then just struggle, and then they'll pop the hooks right out. When I frog fish also, I like to use different types of frogs. I like the just regular old frogs like this. I have this Sunny imitation right here. It acts as the same thing. As long as you have something moving on the top of the water, it'll work. This one is a little bit brighter. It's the only other bright frog I have, or topwater bait that I have. So I use this one on, I use bright colors on like bright days, because you want the lure to match the day. Like if it's sunny, you want to use a bright lure so it blends in with the sun. So I like to use dark lures on dark days to match the water better, or match the sky. But today is a special day because we have an eclipse going on today. We're going to tie on the sunny first and see what we can't do with that. And then when the eclipse happens, we're going to tie on the dark lure and see if that can't conjure up some fish. Hopefully we'll be able to catch a few. We don't know how the eclipse is going to affect the fish. Maybe it'll be really good. Maybe the fishing will be bad. I've never been in an eclipse before. The last one that happened was like 38 years ago. So here we go. We got the sunny tied on the heavy rod, heavy line, and I'm going to go pick up Jasper, and then we're going to head to the pond.
What's up, y'all?
Goofy little. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. We're about to be in the eclipse.
I know. I just picked up Jasper. We're headed over to this pond. How will the eclipse affect bass fishing?
We don't know until we find out.
We're not gonna know. Another thing that I really wanted to talk about was cadence with the frog. Cadence is one of probably the biggest things that you could do when frog fishing that could help you catch more fish. So if you watch my lure here, most guys, or someone that doesn't know how or what to do when frog fishing, will just take the frog and maybe go like this all the way back in. Just constant, nothing out of the ordinary, just casting it out. The best way that you can catch fish using the frog is you cast it out, you take your frog, maybe let it sit there a few seconds, and get on a rhythm that's out of the ordinary. For me, I like to do 2, 3, and then like 2 again. So it's 1, 2. Jasper got one.
No, really, come on now, buddy. Dude, say that thing.
So what I like to do is I like to go 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3. Just changing it up so that a bass under it doesn't know what's going to come next. Damn, Jasper.
He good. He good. He good.
You just threw him on the ground.
Ah, he flopped on my hand.
Worm versus frog during a solar eclipse. So we have a little bit of wind. Here. It's gonna be hard for me to cast my bait caster all the way out to where I want to cast it, but we'll make do. So if you have it right on the edge of a mat, sometimes you'll get a bite if you just jerk it a few times and then just let it stop and sit. Another thing that I like to do when oh my god, I just got slammed right through the mat. Literally exactly what I was just going to talk about. You can take your lure and you can take that thing right through those mats, and they will come up. They will come up and they will eat right through the mats. Oh, just got bit. Yep, there he is. There he is. He doesn't have it. Right through the weeds.
Oh my God.
That was huge, dude. That was gigantic.
Oh my God, I saw it in the corner of my eye.
That was gigantic. It was a pickerel, I think. I think it was a massive pickerel.
Oh my God.
That was a gigantic pickerel. When you're fishing for fish with frogs, you got to know that you have to wait a couple seconds just to see if the fish actually has the bait in its mouth. Because if it doesn't, you rip the frog out from underneath of it or right above it, and you won't see it again, like I just did. But when you keep the bait there and you see it come back up because you waited, like I should have, that fish is still in the area and it's still in attack mode. It's just attacked something, so its adrenaline's pumping. It wants to eat, and it's gonna turn back on your frog and eat it again. There he is.
Oh, you got it.
It's a bass.
That's a nice one. Wow, he didn't fight me.
Nah,
That's a nice bass.
nah, I'm good. I got this. There he is. Topwater bass. I love topwater fishing. It's my favorite type of fishing. Got one.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah.
Got two on the board. Nice one.
He choked it. Dude, I can't. I gotta like throw him out there. I get like stuck in these weeds. There he goes. We didn't get a partial. We were just getting a partial eclipse. The temperature dropped and it's a little bit cooler. You can't really tell that the sun. It's kind of upsetting. But I'm trying to get a hold of my cousin right now. He lives in South Carolina, and he should be witnessing the full eclipse right now.
David.
Hey, Uncle Dave.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
I was just calling to see. I mean, you guys are like right in the eclipse band, right?
Yeah, I actually drove all the way down to Charleston so that I could see the total eclipse. It just ended.
How was it, man? Was like I
was able to see the moon go in front of the sun about halfway, and then the clouds came in, so I didn't see the last half or the total eclipse. But dude, it got pitch black.
All right, I'll talk to you later, man.
Yeah, buddy, we'll see you.
See ya. Does Jasper have a fish? Jasper has a fish.
Literally just I casted it straight up where that shadow is. Right on the edge of that shadow.
What did you were freaking out.
Dude, that thing was I was scared. I thought it was a big bass. I'm like, oh my God.
Here, let me see.
I look like a whole
Surprise catch.
black person. Shirt on.
You gotta throw it out far.
I think he made it. Hopefully.
So the eclipse wasn't all that. We got a couple. He got one, right? He missed. He got two and he missed a couple. I got two, and had a whole bunch of blow ups. So we're headed out here. Pretty disappointed in the eclipse. I guess we were out of the band. All right, peace out. Thanks for watching.